chapter 7, Jerubbaal, or Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and everyone who was with him, they got up early and they camped beside the spring of Harod. The camp of Midian was north of them, below the hill of Morah in the valley. The Lord said to Gideon, "You have too many people for me to hand the Midianites over to you, or else," please notice this, "or else Israel might brag, I did it myself." Now announce in the presence of the people, this is also important, "Whoever is fearful and trembling may turn back and leave Mount Gilead." So 22,000 of the people turned back, but 10,000 remained. Do some quick math there. That sounds like the original number was 32,000. Very good. So then verse 4, the Lord said to Gideon, "There are still too many people." Wait a minute. What? Still too many people. "Take them down to the water, and I will test them for you there. If I say to you, this one can go with you, he can go. But if I say about anyone, this one cannot go with you, he can't go." Verse 5, so he brought the people down to the water. And the Lord said to Gideon, "Separate everyone who laps water with his tongue like a dog. Do the same with everyone who kneels to drink." The number of those who lapped with their hands to their mouths was 300 men, and all the rest of the people knelt to drink water. The Lord said to Gideon, "I will deliver you with the 300 men who lapped and hand the Midianites over to you, but everyone else is to go home." So Gideon sent all the Israelites to their tents, but kept the 300 who took the people's provisions and their trumpets. The camp of Midian was below him in the valley. Skip down to verse 12 for a moment. This will give us a concept of the odds here. Now the Midianites, Amalekites, and the Edomites had settled down in the valley like a swarm of locusts, and their camels were as innumerable as the sand of the seashore. What does that mean in simple biblical terms? Too many to count. Too many to count. So 300 against that. Put it in these terms, 32,000 against that. No, that's way too many, so let's get to 10,000. That's still way too many. Otherwise, Israel's going to say, "I did it myself."
Yeah.
I did it myself. The problem when we start to emphasize, well, is because they were like dogs. What we're emphasizing is the reason that the Lord would use them, because they're either these awesome soldiers, because everyone else, would you like to picture it? We're right here. Get down on your hands and knees, just drinking the water. And most pastors and commentators, they would have left their sword to the side, or didn't have access to the sword. The guys lapping the water, they're looking around, they're ready. Well, now it's placing the emphasis on them and their ability, rather than on verse 2, they did it themselves. The Lord wanted, that's not how it needs to be. Kind of the encouragement is exactly what Pastor Troy gave us just 2 days ago in Capernaum. You guys remember this? God uses ordinary people. It's not about us, it's about Him. And therefore, I just love that so much from Pastor Troy. God uses ordinary people. The encouragement, well, I don't drink water like a dog, so therefore God can't use me. He uses willing, ordinary people. I'm always convinced of this. It's availability over and above ability. The person that's just awesome but doesn't arrive, they won't be used. Be ordinary, trust that it's God using you for Him and not because of you. Use ordinary people. Happy Sunday morning. Drink, we were documenting